try this again. No. I guess 10th time's a charm here with a new puppy in the land. So I'm just getting home from a conference. I was away this last weekend and I was asked to public speak a couple of times. The first time was in front of maybe 200 people, and one of my really good friends, Sammy, was speaking as well. So you'll get to meet her in this video. And then the last time was on the main stage, which was to about 8,000 people. And luckily for me, I had been recognized for an achievement before. So I actually got to cross the stage and like get the nervousness out of seeing a crowd that big before I actually had to go and speak. And since I couldn't take my camera out on the stage for the actual presentation, I did take it out when I was being acknowledged for that achievement, so I can show you guys just what the crowd looks like and give you guys a view from the stage. Look at the little monster. Uh-oh. So, the reason I'm really excited to share this, this journey of public speaking is because it really, to me, represents stepping into myself and starting to get over my fear of what other people think of me, because for so long, it was really hard for me to fully be myself. I put myself out there online for a couple of years, but if you follow me a long time on Instagram, you'll know like I wasn't posting a lot of stories of like myself speaking. A lot of my pictures were me turned away, and I was really scared to let myself be seen. And what I love most about this public speaking journey is how much it asks me to step up and to step into a fuller version of myself. So I'm really excited to take you guys along the journey and just show you, the crew that we brought out to this conference, and then, show you a couple of us pre and post speaking and really what that whole journey meant to us. So without further ado, I'll see you guys time traveling back in time for me in Tampa. And here's the lady crew for the weekend. So we are in Tampa. Here, I'll give you guys a show because I wanted to have the pretty background behind us, but other than we're like backlit and you can't see us at all. So we'll let the camera adjust to see us again. So we're at Tampa, we're at a convention, we're doing a little public speaking, and Sammy was saying she's done a fair amount of public speaking herself, but this was one of the bigger crowds that she spoke in front of. Do you have anything, and I'm just springing this on her, she has no idea what I'm asking her, so we'll just see if this is a coherent answer, but how do you, like for you, how did you feel starting, and was there anything that you did to like be prepared or like to not be nervous or any of that?
Yeah, so for those of you guys that have been following Arielle, you know that she's great at this, and I don't think that it's, for some people it comes really naturally, but for me, like I come from a corporate job, and when I'm giving a presentation, like I'm like, here's my presentation, and some of the feedback that she has really given me is to be really personable, and again, if you follow her, and that you know that she just brings like so much life and like genuine action to like all the things where she's speaking. So for me, I actually felt really comfortable this time, which was amazing. And speaking in front of that many people, like I had an idea of what I wanted to say, but in order for it to come off like really authentic and to flow really naturally, like it was more of like bullet points, and then I could just talk to the crowd. Something that I love doing is really bringing people into my conversation. I can't bring you into my conversation because this is a camera, but yeah, it was good to like make it interactive. But yeah, it felt really good. It was a lot easier.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So the reason I'm asking her, so like I said, I didn't give her any preface to this, but so today we spoke in front of a room that probably had around 200 people in it, roughly. And on Saturday, I will be speaking in front of a room of like 5,000, which is by far the biggest stage. I've been asked to speak on a couple of stages this year, and the biggest so far was like 400 or 500, and it was so terrifying. It was awesome, and you guys saw the message that I shared, or if you haven't, you can go back to my very first YouTube video and I share that same message. But I'm gonna take you guys, backstage, and I'll show you the whole adventure. And I don't think I can actually vlog while I'm giving the presentation. I don't think that's professional, but I will, I'll take you guys in before and after and just let you guys kind of see the background of all of it. And I'm just, I'm nervous and excited and all the things, but I always like to reach out because she's just one of my best friends in the whole world, and she's always inspiring me to be the best version of myself, and I just love her to death.
Likewise, baby.
Here we are backstage. Are we videoing or are we?
It is video.
Oh, we are.
Yeah,
We're,
I'm sneaking up on everybody.
She's supposed to live here.
If you guys follow me on YouTube, you know I actually sneak up on all my friends. I give them no warning. This is one of my biggest mentors, it's Jeff Olson.
Oh man, I've learned a lot from this young gal. Backstage, 8,000 people out there. In about, what, 40 minutes or so, no, maybe an hour, we're gonna go shine the light.
Yeah, I thought it was 5,000, but I've been corrected.
No, I think it's 8 something.
We're gonna start at the end here with Stephanie.
Okay, so we'll try not to be loud because there's a speaker on stage, and you can tell it's pretty dark back here backstage, but it's both Lacey and my first time speaking in front of this many people. So Lacey, like what do you do to help you with your nerves?
You know what, I just make sure I'm really prepared and practiced. So I was actually practicing in the mirror this morning. I was practicing jumping around in circles on one foot just to make sure I could still deliver it and be distracted. But mostly it's mindset, just knowing that I can do this and that I deserve to be up there and that people will really benefit from what I have to share. That has been a huge factor.
I love that, and you know, it's funny, she was saying jumping up and down. I was practicing in front of the girls at our house, and they were like doing exercise band exercises. And I was like, oh, I can't do this, but they're like, keep going, and they were like my drill sergeant. That's awesome.
Arielle, Shipe.
So I want to record this while it's still really fresh. We just got off stage, and actually it's cool, there's a surprise concert, so I'll show you guys a little clip from that. I think my camera's having trouble focusing because it's so dark back here, but it was awesome. So I guess there was 8,000 people out there, and I just talked for about 3 minutes with a bunch of my mentors, and went so much better than I thought it would, and I'm just so grateful for the experience, and I just, you know, it gets me really excited for what's to come, and I can't wait to share with you guys as this whole journey continues to evolve, and I'm just so grateful that you guys are all here, and with that I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of this concert.
I got married, not recently, but
Okay, so I'm on like my third outfit change for this video because I realized as I was editing it, it's like the day after I did the first intro, that there just needed to be some sort of ending, like some sort of exclamation point on it. So I wanted to end this video with just a couple of my tips for those of you guys who are looking to get better at public speaking. The first one is practice for sure, and in two ways. So if like you're giving a proper presentation, like obviously practice what you want to share. My best advice would be not to write down word for word what you want to say, or if you do that, when you practice, write it out into bullet points and just kind of share naturally what comes up for you, because otherwise it comes out really like rehearsed sounding and it doesn't sound super natural. So I usually just use, I'll write out an idea of what I want to say, but I usually just use bullet points, and then those bullet points get shorter and shorter as I get an idea of, or I get used to what I want to say. The second piece of practice is maybe you don't have an actual speaking thing coming up, but you want to get better at public speaking. I don't even think we have this local where I live, but a lot of people use Toastmasters, or just, you know, give your friends presentations, anything that you can do to practice getting in front of people. I feel like my like my years of yoga teaching really helped me with this, but there was a big difference when I switched to teaching yoga to actually talking in front of groups of people. And I think the main difference is like when you're teaching yoga, you're looking at a lot of butts. So it's really different when people's eyeballs are looking at you. It feels like a lot more pressure. So I really had to practice, and luckily for me, I've had a couple of opportunities to speak in front of smaller crowds first, and that really helped me gain my confidence. The second, or I guess we'll say last piece of advice for you is just trust that you have something valuable to say. Because I think that for me, one of the main things that held me back is I was just, I was unsure what people would think. I was, scared I would fail. And what I realized is even if what I share only helps one person, then it was worth it. And I think the more real we can be and the more vulnerable we can be and really show and share ourselves, the more we connect with other people and the greater impact that we can have. And so maybe public speaking is something you're interested in, and if so, I'm so excited for you. And if not, no worries. But even just getting better at communicating, getting better at lifting your head up and living with your eyes open. I think we live in a time where so often people's eyes are, you know, they're down. I get in line at the grocery store, and so often like people just whip out their phone. It's like we can't even, we're so distracted, or we're so like turned down to the world that we miss out on all these opportunities to make connections. So maybe your challenge for the week is just to stand tall when you're standing in line at the grocery store, at the bank. And it's crazy. You might meet somebody and you might have a conversation, and who knows where that will go. It doesn't really matter. But I found that through this journey of learning to public speak and learning to just be a little bit more like open and aware to what's going on around me, it has really, really transformed my confidence in who I am and who I think that I can become. It's really allowed me to dream a little bigger for myself. And so, yeah, thank you so much for watching. I won't ramble on anymore. I'm like obviously starting to lose my voice from all the rambling. So I will talk to you guys soon.